Hello, I'm Rebecca and this is my channel, Rebecca Stitches. Welcome back, or welcome if this is the first time you're watching. Today I've got the sewing edition video, and it's my March and April makes that I talked about in my episode 2, my previous sewing vlog. So I'm going to talk through those makes, and then I'm also at the end just going to talk about my Me Made May pledge. Yeah, and I've got a couple of fabrics I bought. So yeah, so let's get started. So the first thing in my plans that I made is this Logan Shacket. So this is the second Logan Shacket that I've made, and this is in See You at the 6 wide corduroy, wide rib corduroy that I've had in my stash for maybe 2-3 years and never known what to make with it. And I really wanted to get it out of my stash. I've made a couple of bags with parts of it, but yeah, I am really pleased with this. I'll just take it off. I'll insert some pictures of me, full-length pictures of me wearing it. So like my previous Logan Shacket that I made a size 14 bust graded to a 16 at the hips, based on my measurements. And I did my usual 1/2 inch high round neck and 1/2 inch forward shoulder adjustment. And the only thing that I didn't add this time was the inseam pockets. I've just got the top 2 breast pockets, because I just thought with this wide ribbed whale cord that the pockets would just be too much in the inseam and a bit too bulky, and I don't really use them in my other shacket. So yeah, so this time I added poppers, get a close up, instead of buttons down, and I haven't done a contrast in the direction of the yoke. I just did it on grain, as you can see. And I've already worn this lots and lots. It's easily slotted in. I've worn it over dresses, with my jeans. The only other difference actually that I also did was on my other shacket, it's like a cotton flannel, and I overlocked the edges with like matching thread, which I didn't have in this colour. So what I did, because on the Logan Shacket there, you don't have a cuff, and the ends of the sleeves are really like wide, and they're quite long. So I turn mine back when I'm wearing it. So to have like a nicer sort of finish, rather than a overlocked edge, which wasn't the same colour and didn't match, I put on some bias binding just over the edge of the seam, like that, only on the arms, and then when it's folded back, I just think that looks a little bit nicer, nice detail. And this is left over from it's cotton lawn from Fabric Godmother that I made a patina blouse in, which I think I'm pretty sure I've shown on my first vlog actually. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. So the Logan Shacket, I'll just quickly go over it. It's an oversized shacket, and it's for woven fabrics, and the sizes go from a bust 77 to 172, waist 60 to 155, and hips 83 to 178. There's quite a good size range there. So yeah, other than I've been wearing it loads and I'm really happy that I've used the fabric, but I do have some fabric left, which I think I might use to make a bag, another bag I think. I'm really pleased with this, and it gets lots and lots of wear. So the second thing on my list that I've made is my peppermint pocket skirt. I'll put a picture of me wearing it here, and this is from the Peppermint Magazine website, so it's a free pattern, and I used it as part of the March sewing challenge, So Frugal 2022, and so that was make a free pattern in fabric from your stash during March. Ruan and Frugaliaima host that, and it's the second year that they've been doing that. So I made a waist size 16 to a hips 18, and I use this pinstripe chambray tencel from a fabric shop that's no longer around. And what I have done is, because it's pinstriped, on Instagram I saw a lot of people play with stripes, and obviously it's a bit less obvious in this fabric because the pinstripe is really small. So this is the front, and the stripes are going vertical, and then on the pockets I've done them horizontal, and then Peppermint pocket skirt has got really wide, really big pockets on the side, and Tara from Paper Theory, it's one of her patterns in Peppermint Magazine. So yeah, I haven't actually had a chance to wear this because the weather has not been that great, but I think it's going to be really good and easy to wear and just slip on as the weather gets warmer. So yeah, I'm really pleased. This fabric has also been in my stash probably 3-4 years, so I'm really pleased to get this made. Yeah, on the inside you turn down the waistband, so I overlocked the edge instead of folding it under, and top stitched it down, because I was thinking that way it's going to be easier for me to unpick if ever I just want to adjust the elastic, make it smaller or bigger. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and looking forward to getting it into my wardrobe, because I really like dresses and trousers, and I really like the look of skirts and wearing them with like tops, blouses. This is the Freya that I made this month as well, but then I always feel, I don't know, I just don't feel they suit me, but I want to try and make more of an effort. And yeah, because I really love this, I love the skirt, I think it looks great on everybody, so I'm looking forward to popping this into my wardrobe. I did remove 1.5 inches off the length. I'm about, well, nearly 5'4" centimeters tall, so yeah, so I've removed 1.5 inches off the length, and then I turned it up 4 centimeters and then another 4 centimeters to hem it. So there's quite a bit of difference in the length from what the pattern is drafted for. So yeah, I'm really happy with this make. And again, using stash fabric that's been hanging around for such a long time, it feels good to finally get it out there. So in the pictures, I'm wearing it with the Freya top, which is what I've got on today, and this is from the Iketee and Buttons stretch book. I mentioned last time, oh actually the Peppermint pocket skirt, I'll just tell you the sizes. It is a waist of 61 to 121 and a hips of 86 to 146. So yeah, there's a reasonable amount of sizes, but not as much as say like the Logan Shacket from Style Arc. But the Freya, the Iketee and Buttons stretch book, their size range is much reduced. The 8 or 10 sizes they've got. Let me check. It's not very size inclusive. Yeah, it goes from a bust 76, a waist 61 and a hip 84, up to a bust 112, waist 96.5 and hips 119.5. So in the book the Freya is a top or a dress, and it's got 2 sleeve options. I only had a metre of this fabric, so my sleeves are as long as the fabric that I had left, but I really like this length anyway. It works well under the shacket with my cuffs turned back. So yeah, and I've worn this like a couple of times a week, every week. I made a bust and a waist of a 6, grading to a 7 at the hips. Again, I made the 1/2 inch high round neck and 1/2 inch forward shoulder adjustment. Can't remember where I got the fabric from. It is like a cotton jersey, and I've made this top in like a tencel jersey before, and obviously this has got a little bit less stretch in it, but I'm still happy with the fit. And this obviously is quite a staple, so it goes with like most things. Jeans, goes with a peppermint pocket skirt. Yes, it's already got loads of wear, and I'm really happy to get this made. And then the other thing that was on my list to make last time was use this fabric that I got from Lamazie, and this is in a tencel jersey. That's really nice colours. It's really good amount of stretch. And I made the gable top from Jennifer Lauren Handmade, and that comes in, you need to have a stretch fabric with at least 40% stretch and a good recovery, because it's quite close fitting, and it's like a 50s inspired slash neck, and it comes in A to F cups, and up to a hip of 159.5 centimetres. So the bust is from 75 to 156.5, the waist is 61.5 to 131.5, and the hips are 89.5 to 159.5, and within that you choose your A to F cup size, which I think is really good. I just use the normal B cup size. And yeah, I haven't worn this one yet, and I did make the long sleeve view, so I'll put a picture up of the gable. You can make it short, long, 3/4 length. There's options for like colour blocking the sleeves and things. On this one I just did a 1/2 inch forward shoulder adjustment. I didn't do the high round neck one, because with the slash neck at the front, you try it on, you make it all up, then you try it on, and then you pin down what you want the neckline to be, so you can make it higher or lower. I haven't like worn it out, but I have worn it. And the other gables that I've made are out of cotton jersey, and this one's obviously a tencel jersey, which has got much more stretch in it, and it is actually a bit looser and a bit loose on the sleeves, but I haven't washed it since I made it, so I think if I wash it, I'll pop it in the dryer and then I'll see how it feels. I mean, it's really comfortable, it feels really nice and soft. It's going to be easy to wear and go with lots of things in my wardrobe with the navy blue in it. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Another one out of the stash, and also I've got some of this left, which I'm going to use to make some more knickers with. My favourite knicker pattern that I've made a few, but my favourite one is actually the Jennifer Lauren Nixie briefs, and they come in like high-waisted and a sort of belly button waisted rise. I've only ever made the high-waisted because I really like how far up they come. So I might try the lower rise ones, but yeah, so that's my plan for the fabric that I've got left over from these. And then I did have 2 other plans from my March-April plans. One of them was the page hoodie from Chalk and Notch, which I haven't made, and the other one was the Roscoe blouse, which I've got half made here. So the Roscoe blouse from True Bias and I'm making the blouse version, not the dress, but I'm using the hack to make it into a button-up blouse, which Tessuti Fabrics have got on their blog. She talks about how she's done it. So their size range goes from, so I'll put her size range up here. Let me find what size I've made. So I've made this hack before in a cotton lawn, and I really like it. I really enjoy wearing it. So made a size 10, I think, actually, which was a size down from my measurements, because it is quite an oversized pattern. So I think with the Roscoe it's best, I mean, check the recommended size for your measurements, and then just check the garment finish measurements, because it is really oversized. And when I've made it in the size recommended for my measurements, it's just like swamps me, and I didn't wear that because it just felt too big. Again, I've done a high round neck adjustment of 0.5, and it's a raglan sleeve, as you can see from the pattern. So I was a little bit unsure about my adjustments with a high round neck and forward shoulder adjustment, so I did a high round neck adjustment at the back, which is 0.5, and also forward shoulder adjustment on the back sleeve of 0.5, and it's a little bit different to how you would normally do it, but it's actually made a really good difference on this. So to make it, what I've done is cut the front, instead of on the fold, into 2 pieces, and added 1.5 inch to the pattern piece for the button bands, which are then like interfaced. So this is what I've got to so far. I've got the sleeves on, as you can see, and then I've already folded over the button band there, so it folds over on itself twice. I've done I added 1.5 inches on to the pattern pieces this time, which was more than I added on last time, because I felt the button band last time was a little bit too small for my buttons, so I just wanted a little bit extra room, so that's why I've added a bit more this time. I haven't added anything to the neck, because I really like on the Tessuti blog how it like gathers the neck in, and I don't wear things buttoned up to the top anyway, so the neck piece is the same length as it was before, and I've added that, gathered the neckline in and added that to the back. I've just got to turn it over and stitch that down, and then it's a case of hemming the sleeves, gathering them into the sleeve band and doing the hem and putting the buttons on. So I'm really looking forward. Again, this fabric is a Tilly Brunette fabric that's been in my stash for a very long time, waiting for something for me to do with it. I just think this is going to be nice and floaty. Yeah, I have cut some bias binding actually with the bit I had left, and I don't know whether I might bias bind the hem to finish it at the bottom maybe, because sometimes I find with viscose fabrics they tend to grow, and it's like a double fold at hem, so it's quite neat on the inside, and then sometimes I just find that when you're double folding it and it's got a bit of a curve, it's harder to get it neat. So yeah, I think I might use the bias binding that I've cut off to make for this, to finish this off. So hopefully that'll be finished this weekend. So the reason this isn't finished and that I haven't done the page hoodie is it's been Easter, so the kids had 2.5 weeks off, and my husband's brother was getting married, and I'd already decided that I was going to make the girls a dress each, again out of stash fabric that I've had in my stash for quite a while. And then my little boy was like, oh, what are you going to make me, Mommy? And I was like, oh, I didn't think you'd want anything, because I've made him clothes before that he's not worn, so which I feel is a waste of my time and a waste of the fabric. And he's quite particular with clothes anyway, like the feel of them, what he will wear, what he won't wear. But he was like, no, I want you to make me some shorts and a shirt to wear. So I didn't have any shirt patterns for little boys. So I had to panic buy a shirt and shorts pattern. What I ended up going for was this McCalls 6972. So it comes with the shirt and the shorts pattern. Because I thought they'd be quite simple to make. The shorts are elasticated waist, and the shirt is just quite a simple shirt. So the sizes for the boys go, it's a 3 to 4, a 5 to 6 and a 7 to 8. So the size range is not great, I mean, big 4 patterns don't tend to have great size ranges anyway. So the shirt's got a collar, pocket, front button closing, and the shorts and the shorts and trousers, straight leg trousers, have elastic waist, a mock fly and side pockets. So they're all loose fitting. So my little boy's 7, but he is quite a slim build. I feel like he's not grown for a couple of years. So his chest was a 23 inch, his waist was 22.5 inch, and his hips were 25 inches. And that put him in at age 3 to 4. So, and he does actually, some of his clothes are still age 4 to 5 that he does wear, like ready to wear. And looking at like the finished garment measurements, I thought that that would be a good size to go with, because I didn't want him to be like swamped in them. So the first thing I made were the shorts, and if you can see like the mock fly there, just there. Elasticated waist. But yeah, they were like really simple, and there's little pockets in there, which I did in the same fabric as I made his shirt out of. Yeah, so this fabric actually also I've had in my stash for quite a while, and it's like a cotton piqué. You can see the texture there, which I got from Rainbow Fabrics. I don't know, 2 years ago. And yeah, these are really comfortable. Obviously you can pull them on and off. He wore them to the wedding, like he wanted to wear them as soon as they were made, and he's worn them since. I'm really pleased. And then the little shirt that I made in, which again I made for age 3 to 4, because that was based on his measurements. There we are. And this is like, again, deep dive into my fabric stash. It's the Lady McElroy cotton lawn that I've had. I bought it from Sherwood's, and it was like a seconds, because they said there was a fault on it, so it's quite a lot cheaper, but I haven't found a fault. And obviously this took like, both of them took barely any fabric, so I've still got plenty of fabric to make something with the cotton and this cotton lawn for myself or somebody else. And it's got like, I think it was called City or something. It's got like little houses on it, quite abstract. I'll pop a picture of him wearing it, and he was happy to wear this to the wedding. There's a little pocket, and he has worn it since as well. He likes to wear shirts like over t-shirts and open. Let's say, so the shorts, like I say, are great fitting and they'll last him for a while, I think, but this is like only just fits him, and the sleeves are quite short on his little arms, but I think it'll last for the summer. and I think the next size up would have been too much of a jump and would have like swamped him too much. So I'm not too bothered that it wasn't like the best size for him. The only thing I'd like to mention that I had to gather the sleeves in, and I did check them again because I was like, oh, these is like, and I don't mind gathering sleeves in, that's quite normal, but it didn't mention it in the pattern, and there was like quite a bit of gathering to be done to get them in. And also I'm not that keen on how the inside is finished. So you have like a facing on each side, but you don't have, it's not joined at the back with a neck facing. You like sew it into the shoulder seams there, which I think next time I'd just draft myself a little neck facing, because I just think it'd be a neater finish, be easier to sew in. Yeah, just I don't know why they didn't just give you a neck facing piece, and then that whole thing would be neater and easier, because there you can see you like sew it down where the, well, I've sewn it onto the seam allowance where the shoulders meet. I just don't like that finish. So yeah, but other than that, I'm really pleased with it. It was really simple sew. I'll definitely use it again for him in the next size up if he wants another shirt by me that he'll wear. And literally I had 5 days, and they weren't 5 full days, to make these wedding outfits for the kids. And we went to my sister's to stay for like 2 days, 2 nights. We came back the day before the wedding, and I was still like hemming things, putting buttonholes and everything and buttons. But no, it was worth it to see them all, well, as well, not having to spend any money apart from the pattern for these two, and using stash fabric and seeing them all in me maids. So then I made for my eldest, I made the Ikatee Elona dress, and I've had this pattern for absolutely ages. I can't remember where I got it from, and I really love, you see there, probably can't see on there, but they've got like a ruffle detail down the front button band, which I really love. It's really pretty, and you can put like little shoulder like ruffles and stuff on, and it's like a blouse length or a dress length, long sleeve, short sleeved. So I've had this for absolutely ages and not made it, and I was like, this is the time to make this. Yeah, you can see a bit better on that picture, a little ruffle there. And the sizes are 3 to 12 years, and they class it as easy to intermediate, and it's a loose fitting blouse or a dress. So blouse, short or long dress, optional ruffle on the placket, optional braids at the armholes, and like you could have a ruffle or choose like rickrack or lace to put down the placket, which is one of the things that really drew me to it. And it's for like cottons, poplins, double gauze, viscose, and you base the dress on the size of their height. So my eldest is about 134 centimetres at the minute. She's 8, so I made the size 9, and I made the shorter one, I didn't make the longer one. So the shorter length with no sleeves, because she's not a fan of sleeves. She likes to be free, and also we were thinking that it'd be good for the summer if it was short sleeved, and I think this is my favourite make out of them. I used stash fabric that I've had in my stash for a couple of years, and I actually got this fabric from, I used to subscribe to So Hayley Jane, so I got this fabric from there. It's a See You at 6 viscose. So yeah, there we are. That's the frill. So on the front of the packet, and they also say in the instructions to put 2 buttons on, but so this is the only button that is on the placket, and then the other button is just decorative. But I couldn't really put 2 buttons up here because obviously they wouldn't align, so I just did a single button there. But what I also did do is, because I was worried about, show you again, so it says to use 3 buttons. There's quite a big gap here, which I could have made the spaces smaller and put 4 buttons on, but I always think that an odd number looks better. I've just put a little popper in at the bottom of the placket, just for her to pop, and then it's not gonna come undone when she's wearing it. So it is, the bodice is fully lined, which then gives it obviously a really neat finish on the inside. Yeah, I really like that. Much nicer finish for the armholes and things. And also, like, what should have happened but didn't, because I was tired and rushing to make 3 outfits, is it should have all been like properly bagged and enclosed, but for some reason I wasn't reading the instructions. So these should be on the inside and not visible, but they're not, they're in. So it should, all the seams should be enclosed, but I don't know what I was doing, not reading the instructions. But yeah, she loves it. I'll pop some pictures of her wearing it. Again, she's already wore it more than once, and I had to get this out of the dirty pile and iron it quickly. So yeah, I really like that pattern. And I will definitely be making it again. It's quite quick as well, and easy sew. And I love how the ruffle turns out down the side. So yeah, that was the second wedding outfit. I've done that now. One of the reasons I haven't got around to making it is because I hate tracing patterns off, and obviously with children's patterns I wouldn't cut it out because then you can't use it again, can you? So even though it is, once you get going, it's quite quick to trace the pattern pieces off. It's just, I always think, oh, it's a bit of a chore, like cutting out PDF patterns and sticking them together. And then for my youngest, this is Julia from Bobbins and Buttons. It's her Alice dress, which I was actually a pattern tester for, and since then I've made quite a few versions for my eldest, and now my niece has got them to wear, and I just love it. It's a really, really sweet dress and a top, and she's actually brought it out in adult women's size as well. And I have a version, a top version that I made. It's also a top and a dress for the adults as well. And yeah, if you haven't come across Bobbins and Buttons before, she does some really good basic patterns for kids and adults, like sweatshirts, which I've made the kids, and leggings, which I've made the kids. I've made my husband her men's sweatshirt as well, lots of times. And also then she does like really sweet dresses and something that's a little bit different, like this one. I've made a couple of other children's dresses as well. I just think she's definitely worth checking out. So I put a picture in, a line drawing of the picture. So yes, it's called the Alice dress, and it's a semi-fitted dress or top with a deep ruffle that runs over the shoulders, which you don't have to put in, but why wouldn't you put a ruffle in? And it's got inseam pockets in the dress, and you can have 3/4 length sleeves or sleeveless, and the dress is finished with an invisible zip, and the top is finished like with a keyhole. finishing, and it's for woven fabrics, poplin, cottons, viscose, and it goes from a size 12 months to 13 years. So that's a height of 80 centimetres to 158 centimetres, a chest of 50 to 81 centimetres, waist 47 to 66 centimetres, and height 50 to 86 centimetres. So my daughter, like all my children, but my youngest two, are quite petite for their like age. So she is age 4, but she's quite a petite 4. But I made her an age 4 dress. That's not what her measurements would recommend, but I wanted her to get more wear out of it. So, like my mum used to make me clothes that were a bit too big. That's what I've done. It's not like overly big. It's maybe just a little bit too big on the shoulders, but it's not anything she notices or makes her feel uncomfortable, and hopefully it just means that she'll get more wear out of it. So I used a leopard print Monstera Relief viscose twill, which I got from a fabric shop which is no longer running, and I do think it was maybe a Pigeon Wishes fabric at the time when it came out. So as you can see, it's got these tigers on and the leaves, and it is a really nice fabric, like a more medium sort of weight viscose. But the only thing I found is when I got it, it did have a few pulls in it, and I did use a Microtex needle, but it's also just got a few pulls in it where it might have like caught on the sewing machine. Not very often, but in places that, like for such a thicker fabric of a viscose, I didn't think would happen. But it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, here it is. So the frill comes over the shoulder, stops here, and then it goes into the back and stops down there. And what I've done with the frill is I did a rolled hem on my overlocker, which I've done with every frill that I've done when making these frills. They're much easier than trying to do a rolled hem on my sewing machine. Just need to take one of your needles out on your overlocker. Your instruction booklet should tell you how to do it, and yeah, do that, which I think is really nice. I think also it helps the frilliness of it as well, rather than if I'd folded it over twice to do a small rolled hem. I don't think it would have much, like, it'd lose the frilliness a bit. So I'll put some pictures of her wearing it because it's easier to see. But these are the inseam pockets just there, which are quite cute. Everyone loves a pocket. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I love the fabric. She looks really good in it. As I didn't, yeah, so I've used this invisible zipper, which is burgundy, because I didn't have a blue one. I didn't have time to get one, and I would just want to use things that I've got in my stash where it's not really necessary to spend more money. Yeah, so I'll put a picture up. I also wore a Me Made, which is a dress I made for a friend's wedding a couple of years ago. So me and the kids were all in Me Made, so that was really nice. We had a really nice day. Yeah, so I was really pleased that I got those done, and even though I didn't get everything done that I wanted to do on my list, I'm really pleased that I got the kids' clothes done. That was like a really nice thing to have got done. So I'll just finish off, well actually, so now I'll talk about Me Made May, so which is run by Sozo blog on Instagram, and she's been hosting it for quite a number of years over on Instagram. And it's not a competition, there's no prizes, it's just the community getting together to wear their Me Mades in May, which I really like, because like on Instagram, everyone, the new patterns released, you see everyone's makes like styled up, but Me Made May, I feel, is more of a look into how people wear their patterns day to day, how they style them, what they wear them with, and I think you can get a lot of inspiration from it. And my wardrobe is pretty much probably 96% me made anyway. I very rarely have in my wardrobe, or the things that I have in my wardrobe that aren't me made don't actually get worn a lot. So it's really easy for me to wear me made every day, because that is what I do. I don't wear things that aren't me made as a rule. Even all my coats and jackets are me made. So I'm going to take part, and my pledge is to wear my me mades throughout May, but visiting the old makes in my wardrobe more that I don't reach for, and figure out, is that because I made them before I realised, for instance, a lot of tops, about my adjustments, my forward shoulder and my high round back, so they feel uncomfortable, they're always going back. Is that why I'm not wearing them? Or is it they're just not me, the pattern, the fabric? And taking them out of my wardrobe, making more room for new me mades that will fit in and fit well, and I will wear a lot. I've got a friend at work that I'm going to take them into and see if she wants any of them, and then things that she doesn't want, I'm going to take to the charity shop, and then hopefully they'll get worn and someone will love them. And I'm not too sad. I think that's part of the sewing journey. You have to learn how to fit yourself, what fabrics you like, what fits in with your wardrobe, what you've already got, and also then me mades that I haven't worn but they fit, what I can make to wear with them, to make outfits to wear them more. So yes, that's my pledge. So I'm going to try and take pictures and a little film every day, and then I think I'll try to, at the end of every week, do a little roundup and maybe show you the things that aren't working, whether I want to make them again, that they fit better, or it's the fabric. Yeah, and then come up maybe with some plans of going forward from the fabrics that I've got in my stash, things that I want to make, and try and make things in my wardrobe that are going to go with each other, make little like outfits or little capsules of like a pair of trousers with a couple of tops that I can wear that are going to all go together, to make things easier to wear within my wardrobe. So I'll quickly finish off. I did buy some fabrics over the past like March and April. So the first one I got, which was a while ago, it was one of the Rainbow Fabrics drops, which are quite irresistible, aren't they? And it is this viscose gingham, black and white, and I got 3 meters, I think, because why wouldn't you get 3 meters from Rainbow Fabrics, because the prices are good, aren't they? It's really nice. It's a really nice weight. I haven't washed it yet, but yeah, it's not see-through or anything. My plan for this is, when I bought it, what I was thinking I was going to make with it is a Merchant and Mills Florence. I think I'm going to make the dress, Merchant and Mills Florence dress. And then my next fabrics are from Fabric Godmother, because when she does her like drops, it's hard to resist. So the first one is this lightweight Walk-Sill linen blend, and it is quite lightweight. You can like sort of see through it with the sun shining, but I think when you were wearing it, I don't think it'd be an issue. And those colours. My plan for this is a shirt. I'm not sure yet. Like, I have the Olya shirt. I have well, that's like the Roscoe hack I could do, but I don't know what to do that. I have like the Gilbert shirt. Yeah, definitely going to make a shirt to wear, and I think it'd be good for like spring. It's like so soft and lightweight. I just think like autumn and stuff, something that I can layer up with tops underneath it. So it is 54% wool, 36% silk and 10% linen. Now on the website it says dry clean only, because obviously it's got wool and silk in it. But what I might do is measure and cut a bit off, pop it on a wool cycle in the washing machine and just see how it comes out, because I'm not taking a top to the dry cleaners. That's never going to happen. I wouldn't mind hand washing it if I needed to. I'll try it in the wash on the wool cycle and see, because if I have to hand wash it, I have to hand wash it. Now I'm knitting, there's going to be lots of knits that I've made that'll need hand washing, so it's not too much of an issue. But that is so nice, I really can't wait to get that made up. I'm just not sure about a shirt, what sort of shirt pattern, so if you've got any ideas, I'll be like really interested to know. The next thing I got is a stretch cotton canvas, which is a medium to like heavyweight cotton, in this light blue fabric it's got ivory ivory threads woven through it, and you can see the stretch there. No stretch that way, just across the grain there. Yeah, I think it blows out the light on the camera. There we are. I was thinking I'm going to make some trousers with this, either maybe the free range slacks, or another one that I've got the Barry pants by Stylark, and I've had the pattern for ages, and I really want to make them in. I've got some green cotton tulle that I want to make them in, but I was thinking this is quite a nice colour for summer. It's got the stretching, they'll be nice and comfortable. So yeah, I think I might wear it use it as like a toile, wearable toile fabric. Yeah. So that's that. That's 97% cotton and 3% elastane. And then the last fabric that I got, which it's a linen cotton blend, and it's called gunmetal as a colour, but it's obviously, when you look at it on the website, the colour is a little bit different now to what I was imagining. But it's okay, I'll still make it up. It's just a plain, like, beigey grey colour, and this is going to be a shirt. Again, I don't know, I have got a Norma blouse from Fibre Mood that I made last year or the year before when it first came out, and that for definite is one thing that's going to get taken out of my wardrobe, because I really love it. I love the sleeves, but I hadn't been doing my adjustments, my fit adjustments, so it just, I spend the whole time like yanking it forward, pulling it down, which then just makes me self-conscious wearing it, and then you don't pick it up because you're self-conscious wearing these things. So I think I might use that to make another one of these. I think that'd be nice for spring and summer. So yeah, let me know down below if you've joined in Selfless Sew April, or you're going to take part in Me Made May, and what your pledges are. I'd be really interested in following you as well on Instagram, so you always put your Instagram handle down there. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Any questions or anything you want to say, just let me know. And yeah, I'll see you again next time with, well, hopefully in a week, with my first week of Me Made May and what I've been wearing. So thanks, see you again.